never done. One shot, one kill. Never done. One shot, one kill. Never done. One shot, one kill.
The cavalry nerf this.
Play of the game.
Heroes never die. I've got you in my sights. Fool.
Start your engines.
One shot, one kill.
The cavalry nerf this.
Play of the game.
All right, hello everyone. Welcome to Owlet Season 2 Opening Day. I'm CommanderHuy, and with me here is SudsNBubbles.
Hello.
Now, Suds, we get to see a few great teams in Boosted, by the way, and ExPandable Academy, each with some solid rosters. But Boosted, by the way, they've got 6 returning Owlet players from Season 1, and a lot of them came from successful teams like MSXL and Band, by the way. So how do you think that'll impact their play overall?
I mean, that's huge, and it makes it easy to pick up those players because you've seen what they can do. So obviously they're going to get picked up for a good team this season, and having that experience, I mean, Owlet is similar to Overwatch League in that there is just a lot of games that you play, a lot of practices, and you learn a lot and improve a lot over the course of a season and just playing that frequently. So those players are going to have the benefit of that. Not to mention they can pass on some of the things they learned over the course of that season to the new people that have just joined Owlet for the first time.
All right, and ExPandable Academy, they're an academy team, as it says in their name, but their coach, they've got the same one as their higher level, their GM, their Masters team. So how do you think that'll impact them since their coach, he's coached at a higher level than this? You think it'll be a lot better than, say, just a regular coach who's probably lower or first time?
Yeah, as you say, like a lot of the coaches in Owl are here coaching for their first time. And I mean, that honestly, that's great. That's what this place is for all of us to learn as players, coaches, broadcasters, whatever. But having a high-level coach, someone that coaches grandmaster level teams, just gives you so much more insight. They have they have kind of approaches that are going to work and possibly strategies they've worked on with their higher level teams. And have seen a lot of that high-level play. They can pass on what they've learned and kind of give you a better feel of what you need to be doing in your position.
All right, so looks like we're going to get into this any second now. First map on the docket is Busan here, the control map. Recently added, I think it's the newest map. I believe so.
I think you're absolutely right. It does look like our first section's going to be downtown, which there's good high ground. It lends itself to dive or even Farah compositions because you can play out around that coast area. Right. And this map, though, very favorable to GOAT. So do you think that'll play an impact here on this map here? Even though there is the high ground, and even we do have some great snipers in Lokai as well, though. So yeah, GOATS is definitely viable almost anywhere right now. But the thing that this map gives you is, especially with that high ground you have around the point, is you can set up multiple attack angles, and that's really kind of the downfall of GOATS. As long as they can keep you in front of them and push on you, they're going to have the advantage. But if you can get people around them from all sides putting down long-range damage, that's where you're going to be able to kind of break apart.
Okay, so right now, even though they're in the spawns, you know, we can maybe get an early peek in. Boosted, by the way, we've got Flamia on the Ana. That's her favorite character. Lokai, he's on the Ash here. It's going to be very interesting to see that overall. Meanwhile, ExPandable, though, they're running a dive comp of their own, except they have the Sombra and Farah. How do you think that'll match up will play out here?
I mean, the Sombra is really difficult to play, but if you're able to get in the backline and find the high level hacks, get the ones that really have a big impact, then you're gonna have a really good time with it, especially with the Farah's follow-up damage to help.
All right, each team here, they're going towards the theater, and now they're going to get into a little bit of engagement there. The two Winstons for some sort of engagement here, and it looks like the hack wasn't able to get up onto Delicious, and Meme are going to fall in the back to Brother Dig. The Farah coming into play, the Lokai getting a nice snipe onto Sakurai, and it looks like ExPandable, they're going to retreat away, but Zach, he just wasn't able to find his way out from Dope Waffles, and the team fight now transitions onto the point, even though Boosted are able to cap the point, and it looks like it's going to be reset for ExPandable.
Yeah, ExPandable Academy just a little bit late to put a toe on that point to prevent the cap, but they probably wanted to be regrouping there anyway after losing that fight. Not too much ult charge either direction, most people about halfway up, but that's an early pick onto Nunseville. So that's going to put his team at a...
They're going to have to wait a little bit here. Luxury Yacht was looking to get some poke damage and maybe try and force him off the high. It looks like it won't matter here. They're still trying to... They're just looking down the main point here. I think they're looking for some sort of engage. They're looking for probably the Sombra to get a hack, and that's exactly what Sombra's doing. Looking to get in on Memer there. Comes out. Had to jump away. Although Delicious had to use the jump there. So maybe some sort of engagement. Oh, Brother Dig. They were trying to come in, and the dive's coming in a little late there. The waffles will fall down as well. And I'm surprised. And kind of a little bit of the chaos going off in the front line. It doesn't matter. Boosted, by the way. They're still just dominating them all. And going to come out for ExPandable.
Yeah, and Brother Dig doing a good job of playing around that central pillar. The only problem here is he's playing into the Ashe, the Ana, and the D.Va, so that's a lot of characters that can put a lot of damage down onto the Pharah and not let her get a lot of value from her abilities.
All right, so we're in the final fight here. Lokai falls early, and boosted by the way, they have all 6 ults, and they're going to use 2 of them right there. The Nano Blade comes out. Zac on the high ground, just forced off. And it looks like it's going to be a waste of 2. ExPandable did a good job just kind of spraying out. Brother Dick got rezzed, and the Valkyrie came out as well as a Primal Rage on the point. And kind of even fight. Here comes the bomb. There's a Nano Blade. Oh, Sequoia going to fall down early, and that's a big fight there. That's a big kill there as the healer's going to fall. The Waffles antied on the point won't matter because Brother Dig. Oh, Lokai actually gets 3, so this fight is still going either way. Bob on the point, just trying to do his best to stall it off, but it looks like this is an even fight here. Each D.Va is up. Well, Ashe is on the side of Ashe. Lokai is up there. And on the point, Transcendence came out. Looking to just keep boosted on here on the point. Lokai is trying his best to carry them and confirm this to give themselves a 1-0 lead. Nunceville comes in with the EMP late, but it won't matter because everyone else is dead. And it's 1-0 for boosted, by the way. Looking very strong here.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's a little bit of a just mismatch of team comps there. The Sombra wasn't able to find great hack targets. I mean, you can hack the Nano Blade or the Dragon Blade and Genji, but not the best. And then, as we were saying, plenty of hit scan to counter that Pharah, and was kind of the downfall of ExPandable Academy's composition there.
Right, so looks like each team running goats. Oh, Panda Bear Kev on May? So are we going to be seeing May goats from boosted, by the way? Meanwhile, ExPandable, they're going to run McCree in place of the D.Va. So each team running a somewhat strange. This is the buffed Super McCree. I think that's what ExPandable is running. And this fight goes in with Panda Bear Kev able to get the wall off. It wasn't able to separate one really. Won't matter. Each main tank falls. Each of the Ryans fall. And it's up now. Boosted, by the way, able to get the extra pick there as we get more engagement. Lokai here doing the work. Although he was helped a lot out by the Brig, able to get a few stuns, and clean team fight won there by boosted, by the way.
Yeah, getting the kill onto the Reinhardt early is just so big. And when you're able to land a Discord on him, if he drops his shield for even just half a second, just a lot of that damage from the Rein and the Brig makes its way through the shield and is going to just burn him down very quickly unless he's able to kind of shake that Discord off.
Nunceville almost to the high noon, and we'll see if that's going to play a big role into this team fight. ExPandable, they faked him out, making them think they were going to go underneath, and it caused boosted, by the way, to have to give up their high ground positioning there. A good play by them. Each team looking for pick. Oh, Nunceville, it's a nice pick already onto Flamia. So, and here comes the high noon, exactly what we were saying. Able to get 2 with it. Very good high noon from Nunceville. It's just look on the point who will fall very. And first point taken here by ExPandable.
Yeah, and this composition working out a lot better for them. They're still holding on to 3 ults, including the Earth Shatter, the Transcendence, and then they've got that Rally. But 3 to 4 ults coming, or 4 to 5 ults actually coming in here on the attack. There's going to be the Graviton Surge.
Right, and the Transcendence comes out, trying to just keep them alive. Can they do it? Shatter comes in. Oh, Counter Shatter isn't able to. Delicious is doing a great job there, blocking it. And Blizzard comes in here. This will probably be much in the advantage of Boosted, by the way, as everyone is frozen around here. and it's going to be boosted, just going to be rolling over here. Just two left on ExPandable. I don't think they'll be able to do much if they're just going to try and run away from Panda Bear Kevin.
I really like what we saw from Delicious there. There's a lot of Reinhardt's. Once you throw the Shatter, especially if you get one like he did there, he wants to just start swinging or charging or fire striking or something. He had the presence of mind to hold up that shield and block the counter Shatter coming in from Dope Waffles, and that really helped his team out there.
Right. Something of note here, Purple Dragon has just generated their black hole. I can't think of the ult right now, but it's kind of taking a while. And there it comes, but the Maywall doing a good job there to block it out. Nunzaville, oh, strange combo there, and they kind of have a lot of cluster of ults here. Panda Bear Kev is looking for picks onto the supports that are just in the back, and just go wall him off there. Good job, Dope Waffles with a big shatter. Get frozen off by Panda Bear Kev. Panda Bear Kev doing a great job. Mimre there, coming in with the Transcendence, trying to keep up the team since they don't have their Reinhardt at the moment right now, but Delicious is coming in from the side to bring in the reinforcements. Lokai falls early into that fight, so still fighting the 5v6. Rally is coming in, and the Blizzard as well. And all of ExPandable, they're stuck in there, but finally the Transcendence is going to come out. Delicious is going to fall, but takes out Dope Waffles with him. So charging off the edge as this fight continues on to this point. And picks coming their way. Zach able to pick down his the Brigitte clone in Brother Dick. Grab comes out, and it's got all of ExPandable in it, except Sakoi, and it's gonna be, well, Dope Waffles here probably just gonna run away. And that is map number 1 taken by Boosted, by the way. Pretty convincing, I would say.
Absolutely, and I really like Panda Bear Kev on that Mei, got a lot of value out of it. Some of those walls to split up the enemy team, I'm pretty sure blocked the one of these high noons, as well as was able to split off the supports and forced Reinhardt to play a lot more carefully. Dope Waffles just having to not charge into his shatter because he didn't have the help of his supports there.
Right, so Boosted, by the way, going to take this 1-0 pretty convincingly, and we're going to move on to Dorado next. Dorado's kind of a dive map, but you can run some variants of goats. What do you think we'll be seeing here from each team?
So, I mean, we saw a little bit of Zen goats there. We saw some of the Brigitte McCree, and then dive on downtown. So I would hazard to guess that we see probably closer to those goats comps on first and last point, but there on second point, the high ground is just so important and so effective if you can control it to be able to decide the pace and the location of the fight. So around there, if not on first point as well, I would expect to see a bit more dive, those dive tanks, definitely a diva if nothing else, to just kind of take control of that high ground.
All right, so it looks like some subs are going to come in from ExPandable real quick. Looks like Boosted is going to stick with the roster, and you know, I would stick with it too if I was a coach or a manager, because I mean, if the old saying goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, and obviously it looks like they're not going to be changing up anything. So we wait to head into Dorado, but the subs coming out from ExPandable. It'll be Nom coming out for Dope Waffles. No, Nom is going to come in. Nom Grom is going to come in from Dope Waffles. El Penguino will come in for Nun, and Zinedine will come in for Lux. And looks like we're getting into this just now.
Yeah, that's actually a half roster swap. ExPandable actually sitting on a pretty big roster over there, while Boosted, by the way, I think only have 2 or 3 subs in total, so a little bit, possibly a little bit deeper pool to work from for ExPandable Academy.
Yeah, how big of an impact do you think that has, having a larger roster compared to right now what Boosted, by the way, has? They have a smaller one.
So there's pros and cons. It makes it easier to try to hold more internal practices, but also it means less play time with the team for some of those players. And you know, we've seen on a lot of teams that players that get more playtime, both in matches and in scrims, just tend to perform better for obvious reasons. They're more comfortable with the team. They grow better synergy, and they you know, just are generally more experienced. So that may play into the hands of Boosted, by the way, a little bit here.
All right, so ExPandable, they swap. They're going to be looking to fight back their 1-0 disadvantage. So, be interesting to see. Looks at those. And ExPandable to start on the attack. So we wait for the official match to start. Image, right? And
the old waiting for players phase.
Yes.
Everyone's favorite phase.
Yes, because you can run anything.
That's right. You can play whoever you want.
Everything is meta in waiting. Or more like there is no meta. But anyway.
The most meta is the spawn camp in waiting for players.
Oh, that's a cruel meta. When you're on the receiving end of it.
Absolutely. But it does look like we're going to have Boosted, by the way, here on the defense first. So we'll see their composition start to come out. It looks like they want to run a Rein Zarya comp and a Hog right now. Gonna stick Lokai onto the Ashe. They seem to be liking them on that hero there, and it's been working out for him. On a Zen for the...
Yeah, and for ExPandable, we're seeing dive comp for now. You know, they're in the attack spawn, so they could change it. But anyway, they still have the Pharah there. So Brother Dig definitely digging the Pharah. It's definitely his hero, it seems like.
It does seem that way, and unfortunately, they've got a lot of the same counters to it on the defense here. Panda Bear Kev, if the Pharah gets close enough, that hook is huge, and then the hit scan from Lokai and Flamey.
Swapped over to this Widowmaker here, so probably in an attempt to as their dig, able to force them all off the high ground, so that's already a nice advantage. Lokai falls immediately. Namgram's going to trade his life for it, though, but at least it'll give them some extra cart time, and Lokai won't be back for a little bit compared to Namgram, who should be back in just a few seconds. I'm going to see if this Pharah pick here, looking for some extra picks. Panda Bear Kev on that Roadhog gets an extra ult battery, so I think maybe you should be expecting to see ExPandable get more ults out, or maybe Panda Bear Kev gonna pull out his inner Thick Daddy. Oh, he's able to get the hook onto El Pinguino. Wow,
that's
what
exactly what you're looking for.
And there, he's able to pick up a second one too, and able to just prevent Purple Dragon from leaving. Not able to get the stagger in, unfortunately, and it's a full reset coming out from ExPand.
That's right, and so, I mean, the hook, huge there, and it pretty much negates the spawn advantage that is had by ExPandable Academy here on the attack, as they're going to have Lokai back. Lokai onto the Widow themselves, so duel will start to take place as they are both looking for each other on those Widowmakers.
Panda Bear Kev got another hook, although good job there by Purple Dragon there, able to able to DM that and keep him safe. Brother Dig gets a nice pick on some flints. So no main healers on the point now for Boosted, by the way. This is time for them to take advantage. It doesn't matter. The Lokai gonna equalize. Licious falls as well, and it looks like Zach and Panda Bear Kev are the only ones left. Zach's gonna fall first. Panda Bear Kev at least able to take one down with him. Unfortunately, just gonna get rezzed up though, and he's gonna pop his whole hog there. It looks like he's not really affecting him. Oh, able to get the mech out.
Yeah, he's buying a lot of time, and the payload has not moved very much as they've been winning this fight. He also has Lokai there kind of backing him up, dealing some additional damage, but now he's going to start to be contested once again by LP.
Right. I think Panda Bear Kev is actually Thick Daddy on another account.
I would agree with you if I hadn't seen him in the channel.
Anyway, again, more into this. Panda Bear Kev, he's just looking for extra picks, and there's another one. Man, the more I'm seeing this, the more I'm just convinced that he is Thick Daddy.
Well, if it is, I offered him an alt account called Hook Daddy, but he hasn't taken me up on it yet, so offer...
Yep. Oh my goodness, he's just walking freely, and they're not this. What do you think that ExPandable needs to do?
I mean, yeah, they're getting a little bit split up, and just his hooks. They need to get a full group and possibly stand behind their Rhine Shield a little bit better. I guess they don't have a Rhine Shield right now. They need some shields to stop those hooks.
Well, Brother Dig able to get one. There's 2 picks on the side of ExPandable, so now the fight is very much in their advantage. Oh, Namgron gets put to sleep, and Transcendence is actually forced out, so pretty... A barrage, which, personally, since this fight's almost over, I personally feel that that wasn't the best use of barrage. Joe could have saved it for another fight, but this fight continues on. Panabear Kev using the whole hog, and looks like they're just going to give this up actually for free.
Yeah. Time. We saw an old wasted probably on both sides there, the barrage and whole hog, but now we do see Delicious here on the Winston Tri-Ground we were talking about has such a huge impact, and Brother Dig finding some good angles here on the far open cover as he's laying down the damage. Sight's gonna come out from El Pinguino.
Right, and it's just Brother Dig. He's just looking for the picks onto the supports. They're kind of just out in the open. Oh, man. Good pick, but Lokai gets dived immediately into the backline. Mimre able to get another pick as well. Graviton came out as well in this backline here and boosted, just going to keep this card. This ExPandable kind of just split off all over the place. Namgron was in the back by himself. And he was able to get Lokai, but that was it, and he's antied right now. Can he just escape? Oh, he lands on it. Will that cost him his life? Looks like it won't. He's going to actually have to use the Primal Rage there.
Yeah, he needs his team to follow him here. The Diva Bomb's going to come in to try to help him out a little bit.
Yeah, he was able to get the pick onto Flamia, so big pick on the healer. And, of course, Delicious falling as well, so that was a pretty solid ult there by Namgron. He's barely alive. About 1, maybe 2 bars remaining on the health pool. And boosted, by the way, they're going to be looking to regroup. They have, they're going to have the Transcendence and their own Primal Rage. Plus, they have the name. Oh, actually, Zach has just swapped on to the Genji here. So he won't have Blades, so they still have the Nano for him. I'm sure they'll just use Nano first. And it does come out onto Delicious. And Brother Dig uses the ult, gets the backline for boosted, by the way. So now, even fight, each team here has 3 apiece. Transcendence is out for ExPandable, and Delicious is just on the cart using that Primal Rage, trying to grab extra. And oh, El Pinguino got caught out. Zach did a good dive there, and Panabear Kev with a good finish up. Will trade his mech for that life, however. And Transcendence comes out here from Mimer. I guess there isn't much to protect there, as now it's boosted, by the way. They're just cleaning things up as ExPandable. Probably going to get 1 team fight in left before we end their attack, or unless they can cap point B.
Yeah, Mimre there, using that Transcendence, keeps his tanks alive and allows them to just kind of chase off the enemy tanks, forces them to regroup. So now they're going to not necessarily struggle, but they need to be getting onto the payload quickly. We're going to hide, so no secrets as to where anybody's positioning at the start of this.
Right, well, Lokai gets the early pick there, and here comes the dive. Looking for Mimre. It doesn't look like he'll be able to. It looks like he has to force Primal Rage out. Pinguino falls in the backline as well. Delicious doing a good work. Each tank is in the backline, and it looks like Delicious being a lot more successful than Namgron. And as Pinguino gets rezzed up, Purple Dragon falls out of the mech, and it's kind of an even fight. Brother Dig just isn't able to get the picks he is, even though there's nothing really to contest him other than Lokai here. But yep, that's going to do it. It should be. Yep, that's going to do it. ExPandable will be held just short of capping point B. Looks like about a few meters.
Yep, and I'm not really loving the kind of one-man dives we're getting from Namgron here. He's got a little bit of follow-up damage coming in from the Pharah and the Widow, but he's putting himself out in very dangerous positions, trying to isolate the supports, the backline, or even the Widow of the enemy team. And a lot of times he's either getting super low and having to leave without capitalizing on that kill, or just getting killed himself there in the backline. So I think he may need someone on his team to be helping him out a little bit more on those dives. Purple Dragon, probably a good pick for that one.
Right. Well, right now, even though we're still in the Assemble Heroes phase, Namgron looking like he's going to go onto the Wrecking Ball. At least he'll be able to get out by himself. But the rest of his team is kind of just going to be left stationary healers in the Zenyatta. where is he gonna go? And the Widow. There's not real much heal. You think that is a big disadvantage for them?
I mean, the thing about Wrecking Ball is he's really against compositions that like to group together, because he gets a lot of damage down from the pile driver. It also draws those players in. Partners can get a lot of damage into them as well. So here, when you're fighting into a kind of standard dive with Genji and Widow, you're not going to get the advantage of the kind of cleave damage of that pile drive.
Right. It seems like Delicious and Zach and all the boosts, by the way, it seems like they already knew they were kind of hiding up there. And in the back line, there is Namgrom looking for the picks. Oh, gets put to sleep, and he's going to get punished for it. Diving in the back line too deep as Lokai is also able to grab a pick there. So already fighting at a very big disadvantage, and it's really just boosted, by the way. They're just cleaning up these kills. And D.Va going to get staggered in the back. Purple Dragon. Ooh. Well, they have to actually kill her because she's contesting the card.
Yeah, gonna get taken down early, but that was really good by Delicious and Panda Bear Kev to kind of hop up there, force the, Namgrom out of that high ground, and allow the rest of their team to help them in killing Lokai, just winning the Widow duel as well, and now taking out Brother Dig on that Pharah. I'm honestly surprised he wants to continue running this into the Widowmaker of Lokai, because they've been so good at putting the damage down on him and preventing him from doing what he wants.
Yeah, that's right, and he gets another pick right there, and it's Namgrom just stalling the point out along with Purple Dragon. A lot of picks, kind of not much is going on here. It's just kind of a lazy stagger, I would say, as Sequoia falls and D.Va gets out of the mech. And it's just boosted, by the way, here. They're kind of just dominating. They're just letting Namgrom kind of just stay in the back, though, and it's just not letting them cap point A, at least for now. And they finally got it because they took him.
Absolutely, and now there's a couple of late kills there onto the members of ExPandable Academy, so they will have those back spawns. But 6 ultimates online for boosted, by the way, now. And ExPandable Academy holding on to just the Transcendence, maybe a D.Va bomb here shortly. So pretty much the dealer's pick as far as what kind of ultimate combo you want to throw out there for boosted, by the way. But Lokai does go down early to El Penguin.
Yep, El Penguino finally able to win a Widow duel. Oh, that's a great bubble thrown down by Namgrom there. Able to protect the rest of his team, even if they might have been in safety. And Delicious going to fall as well. And it looks like boosted. They're just going to retreat. They're just going to wait for their main second pick there. And maybe, that's just what he needs. He just needs one, and then, the rest will start falling for him.
Yeah.
They got a tough road ahead of them, though. 4 minutes to defend.
Yeah, we saw Delicious pop that Primal Rage and just put himself into a really dangerous position there, but now he and Panda Bear Kev are going to go ahead and try to contest.
Yep, and looks like... Oh, and there's Namgrom again. He actually swapped to this Winston a little bit. We didn't call that, and he does the exact same thing that you've been saying. He went in by himself, and he gets punished for it right there. As let's see if this D.Va bomb can maybe salvage something. It looks like it won't be able to. And, well, Panda Bear Kev is going to fall out the mech at least, but Delicious making a great dive into the back line. He's able to escape out safely, and Lokai here is just doing very well, and now it's a Widow duel, but assisted a little bit by Brother Dig. Able to get the kill there. It's 4 on the point right now for boosted, by the way, and the barrage came in, but it gets put to sleep in. It was reflected slightly as well. It still looks like, I think, boosted, by the way, they're just going to regroup. Nanoblade, so they're gonna be looking to get that in soon. Brother Dig gonna get rest now, and so what's the best that ExPandable can do here? They've got they're at a big disadvantage.
Yeah, I mean they're gonna have to do something to prevent Zach from landing this Nanoblade where he wants to. Namgrom needs to try to bully him about a bit, but he needs to do it quickly because here it comes.
Right, there's the blade. Doesn't even need the nano. Is able to get El Penguino, so each Widow is down. Sequoia is able to pop the Transcendence, but no one's kind of around him, and he's just going to get bullied now by Delicious on the Primal Rage Winston. D.Va bomb going to come out from Panda Bear Kev, able to just force everyone off the point. It's just Purple Dragon here on the point now, and that's probably going to do it. Van boosted, by the way, correction, will be winning this. 2-1, and they'll be taking a 2-0 lead in this series.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. And I mean, a lot of that was, again, just a bit of a compositional advantage. I mean, don't get me wrong. You can play Pharah into Widowmaker, but it was not working for them there. And so you either need to be changing your playstyle and changing your composition. And the composition a lot of time is going to be the easier one to change. Also, just overextensions by Namgrom there, getting out of line of sight of his healers, and that was kind of their downfall. But we are seeing some good stuff over there. El Pinguino looking really good on the Widow. Brother Dig, when he's not being taken out, really good there on the Pharah as well. So, you know, there's things that are going well for them. They just need to build on top of them.
All right. What does ExPandable need to do? They're down 2-0. I mean, if they lose this map, they've lost the game. They won't have the game won't be over, but they'll have lost the match, and the last map will just be for pride and I guess learning, because right now, like, I think definitely they can learn a lot from this match here.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they need to be supporting Namgrom there on the main tank a bit more. He is, as I said, he's kind of getting out there by himself, so they either need to rein him in or start following him when he goes on those dives. And I think that's going to help them out a lot, because when you lose your main tank early in a fight, it can pretty much mean a lost fight most of the time.
Right. Do you think that they need to get off the Widow, the Pharah here? Because, well, this map right now, I'm not too sure it favors the Pharah too much, especially in second point if they're going to be staying on the attacking side. Do you think the Pharah here is going to be any use? I
mean, Pharah, not a preferred pick on Hanamura generally, but in the last two maps, I do think they should have been getting off of it. I don't know if Brother Dig has a Genji in his hero pool, but something like that, something, or even a Doomfist, something to go in there with the Winston and help him out, as well as provide a little bit more, you know, just kind of a little bit more advantage from their ultimate, because Pharah, while you can get a huge barrage, you're generally going to die for it, and they're really hard to set up. So I think a switch off of the Pharah is in order here.
All right. Got some subs in real quick. Dope Waffle's going to come in from Namgrom. You think that's going to be any help?
I mean, Dope Waffles, it's very possible that they want him in here to play the Reinhardt, which would be a good choice, especially on Hanamura first. So that would completely change up what this team is playing, and could be the change that they need. Just take it back to a death ball fight and see if they can win out there.
Right. Luxury also came in for Zinedine. Which, by the way, they're just going to be looking to close this out here. They're on the defense to start out. Looks like we're just getting ready to hop into Hanamura any second now. I think we're just waiting. We're waiting on both teams. We'll send it to break. Actually, we'll when we come back, it'll be Hanamura, and we'll get the second half underway. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
One shot, one kill.
The cavalry thing. Nerf this.
Play of the game.
Heroes never die.
All right, second half came around a lot faster than what we were expecting. But this, by the way, they're going to start on the defense. Once again, they've been defending. They've been on the blue side, because Busan, it's not a control map, so it's blue and red. But they've been defending for the past two starts. And it looks like we're going to be seeing a standard Rhine comp with the Mei. Panda Bear Kev on that Mei has been tremendous, as we saw in Busan, hasn't it?
It has, and Mei super effective here at this initial choke. If you can wall off the tanks of the attackers, especially tanks like Reinhard Zarya, who don't have some sort of movement ability to get back over. So it's a death sentence when they get walled off from the rest of their team.
Yeah, it looks like Lokai has just been on the Ashe here a lot, so good to see the new hero come into play. You know, I feel that a lot of people like Ashe, and everyone loves Bob too. Everyone loves Bob.
Oh, Bob, if only he would do something.
If only, you know, some minor complaints. Well, if only he could give me ult charge, but personal complaints. So
Yeah.
always love to see Bob. I remember one of my teams was named Bob's Fan Club.
Oh, that's great. I also, who doesn't love a lever action rifle? I mean, it's just so cool.
Oh yeah. Anyway, it's gonna be a straight dive. It's gonna be a dive with the wrecking ball here. Traditional dive from We'll see if the wrecking ball here will do fare any better than the Winston. It's kind of El Penguino able to just get around. It's be interesting for. I think that's what they're gonna all be waiting on. Oh nope, they're gonna be diving in immediately, and they're all spread out. I'm not too sure on how this plan is working out. Are they gonna try and force them on? It's three are behind them, and 3 are at the choke right now, and it's the immobile, the Lucio, the Ana, and the Diva kind of. They have a lot of mobility, but I'd say you have less. And here's the spike coming on. El Penguino falls. It's Brother Dig. He's kind of just in the back line here. This is kind of a confusing strategy, I would say, from ExPandable.
So I kind of like what they're trying to do. They want to set up this crossfire and get a dive to come in from all these angles and land on somebody, take them out. The problem is they're cut off from their healers. Ana unable to really follow, and then at the moment, Diva has to stay back and help them. Luxury Yacht's going to go down here in this kind of stagger phase too, so it looks like they're going to call for a little bit of a regroup. Brother Dig is still in the back line, looking for that ult charge, only at about 50% here.
Yeah, he's also probably trying to look for the pick. Oh, meme right there. That's a big pick there, and still kind of trying to make a dive happen. Dope Waffles was able to get over the side. I think El Penguino here has just been sitting behind the truck for like quite some time. Maybe at a minute at this point now. Just trying to get inside here. That's what they're all waiting for. They're all just waiting to get inside.
Yeah, and unfortunately they don't have some kind of shield tank to help them make that push. They do have, once again, 3 members already inside. Now it's just Tracer and the healers here outside the choke. Yep. But a lot of pressure being put on them by Delicious and Zach as they start to contest the point.
Luxury was able to get in. Oh, and there comes Bob. Bob is able to get one on the point. And this strange, it looks like the ball's gonna fall. And Purple Dragon able to just escape and not get. But another attempt there. Left Ana and Trace. They were just completely left alone, and Lokai was able to take advantage of that with the Ashe.
Yeah, it feels like at the moment ExPandable Academy's plan is get people behind them and then initiate a dive, but they kind of skipped the big part of how you get behind them. They are starting to get more people in here, but now walled off by the Mei, they're going to be split again.
Right, and it's the healers by themselves here. Well, at least they're kind of able to draw a little bit off from them. There's the Blizzard, so force them off the point. El Penguino able to get a nice pick on there. So far, oh, the mines came out, and oh, Zach is gonna fall. Brother Dig used the blade, but nothing was working for him, and Luxury Yacht there. I think that was the first kill that they got. I think Zach falling to the mines is the boosted by that ExPandable got in this round. So
yeah, and the problem ExPandable's having right now, anywhere they take this fight, they're fighting either 3v6 or 4v6. They're always short at least the Ana and usually someone else, but now they're gonna make the swaps. They're gonna play Ana Goats.
Right, Bob's gonna be put to sleep in behind. Oh, don't wake him up. especially when they're all walled off and you have to get to the point, and they're just all getting rolled over here now. A bold strategy attempted by ExPandable, but they're gonna have to head back into scrims and maybe try again. Yeah,
I think what they have there can work. It's just a small matter of execution. It just needs a little bit more practice. It's the kind of thing that, you know, you want to possibly even run in an empty lobby. Figure out all of your heroes' paths to their dive staging locations and how they get there. If you have something like that Ryan, Zarya, Mei blocking the choke, or if you can't, figure out that the swap needs to come in a little bit earlier. But they will be on the defense here now. So we're starting to see their comp coalesce. It looks like they want to run an Ana, the Pharmacy, as well as El Pinguino here on the Sombra.
Yeah, they have to go pretty much all in here to just have a chance at winning this, or at least tying. The best they can do is a tie here because they've barely gone. I mean, interesting to see Panda Kev on the Symmetra. I'm very excited to see that Symmetra. You know, you don't really see her too much. I mean, unless you're playing competitive, then you might see her a lot.
I would expect they're gonna look, because this is the old Symmetra Goats composition. I would expect that they're gonna go for that teleport strat, try to teleport straight to the point here, and force all of the people holding the choke back into them. So I would imagine what ExPandable Academy wants to do here is get possibly the hack even onto the Symmetra with their Sombra early on as they start to roll out.
Alright, so we're probably just going to see Panda Bear Kev throw down the teleporter and they're just going to go straight to point. It's going to force them all there, force them all back. Sombra's just standing in the back looking for a hack. Well, too late because everyone's already on the point. Teleporter gets destroyed, but looks like it's not going to matter too much here as theirs goes down, goes Dope Waffles, and no one's even going to get on the point to contest. So Boosted, by the way, is going to win here. They'll win the series. We have one more map to go.
Yeah, I guess the thing there for ExPandable Academy is that they need to have that Symmetra scouted by the Sombra, and they need to change their game plan. They need Winston and D.Va on the point of that by then. So, but I mean, it's a sneaky strat. It's worked against very good teams and situations, so no shame in being fooled.
Right. Would you think that? I think ExPandable could have swapped off their strat a lot earlier than what was.
Yeah, I would absolutely agree with that. The amount of time that they spent not engaging was probably over 2 minutes during their attack, and that's just a lot of wasted time that you aren't getting any value. And I don't even know that they built up and popped a Dragon Blade. Actually, I'm pretty sure it happened once, and that's by the time they swapped off. But taking that long to build it and pop it means that once you do swap off, you have no chance of building ultimates.
Yeah, they did pop the Dragon Blade. He immediately got popped, though, by Lokai on that Ashe. It's been doing very, very well. So final map here is going to be King's Row. I think this is a map everyone enjoys. Maybe ExPandable. They've been whipping out some different strats. Do you think maybe they pull the Gladiators out?
Oh, I would actually love to see that. The problem is, at this point, I think we've all seen that strat. It's hard to fool anybody with that one, but, you know, in the heat of the moment, when you're in the middle of a game, you never know what can happen. I mean, Luxury Yacht is sitting in our lobby here with that Gladiators little icon, so maybe they're going to take some inspiration.
So subtle hints. And you know what? I'd be excited to see that. You know, I'd be excited. You know, maybe Boosted, by the way, might fall for it because they might be on the alert. But I think what I want to see is Panda Bear Kev on the Mei. He's been playing the I would call off meta heroes. Mei, the Roadhog. His Roadhog's insane.
I would say I would call them the off tanks. They're like not really off tanks, but they kind of serve purpose in a way. And he's really good at it, as you said. Like both his Mei and his Roadhog have been super effective for his team so far.
Yep. Some final subs for ExPandable. Zidane is going to come in for a Sequoia. Gnome, Nun is going to come in. Nunseville, he's going to come in for Dig. So some DPS change for them. It'll be exciting to see. Hopefully ExPandable, they put up a fight here. Because kind of being mean a little bit, but they've kind of just been rolled here.
Yeah, they have had a little bit of a rough match, and this is a little bit of what we were talking about early on, is boosted by the way. They have the experienced players that have been through this. They did this last season, you know. I didn't see hardly any teams that didn't get a pretty heavy role in that first stage of Season 1 of Owlet. So having that experience and kind of knowing how to deal with that is, again, one of the benefits of having those returning players.
Now entering.
We're going to hop into King's Row here, final map. Again, it'll be boosted, by the way. They'll be starting on the defense. They'll be going in on the attack. Yeah, you can kind of run, like, I would say, a lot. I feel every hero has a solid viability on this map.
Yeah,
because it was built for them.
at least on one point, for sure. And, I mean, this is the place that you can actually get a lot of mileage out of a Pharah here on first point. We've seen it in, I believe, 2017 World Cup. Team South Korea loved to run that, and then we saw it a bit in the Overwatch League as well. So there's a possibility of that, but we've swapped out our Pharah player for ExPandable Academy. So it looks like on the defense we are going to get this Ryan Zarya comp with the Hanzo and the Lokai. So sort of a double sniper comp. Sorry, I said the Hanzo and the Lokai, didn't I?
we can start associating Lokai and Ashton.
Yeah,
I think they've played enough together that Lokai's played enough.
It's Ashkai. I think that's pretty clear at this point. But yeah, so kind of a double there with the Ash champ.
Right. It's gonna be interesting. Graph Dragons. El Penguina's gonna go put a little contest up onto Lokai. And
nope, on the Brigitte, are we gonna... No, Brigitte came out. Darn it. I was so excited too.
Anyways, so it's gonna be just straight goats here. Maybe they're gonna take the long way round, gonna probably try and force Lokai off the high ground at least. And here they come now. It's just a boost, by the way, just throwing in all the damage in at them. Or they're looking for some sort of engagement tool here. No, they're just gonna come underneath now. They're going all the way around. Where are they going?
Trying to build up some charge with those Zarya bubbles is gonna have them back for this fight.
Well, now they're kind of all cornered in here, and a big anti plus the dynamite coming in, and that's a very nice we'll call it combo. Thereby boosted, by the way. Oh, but Delicious is gonna fall, so that could be big if these two tanks can get out in time. But regardless, they're gonna have the fast respawn, so maybe they can take advantage of that expansion. But they're kind of strange. I wouldn't say strange. Actually, I would.
As far as their pathing,
yeah,
it was roundabout. If I were to do that, I would probably go up onto the high ground rather do that little corner, but now they're gonna push through Hotel and try to attack from the far side of the point.
Right. Delicious has the shatter. Oh, there it is. It's huge, and able to get El Penguino. And well, it's a clean sweep here from Deuces, by the way. Oh, actually, correct. Looking, Memer was able to get one at least.
Yeah, they do take out Flamia. So if they're able to very quickly, they may not have the Ana here. It could be what they need in order to actually break through this defensive.
Right. Grab Dragons is up, and Zidane does not have anything, but it looks like they're just not even going to do much with the Dragon. It's just a little bit late.
There's your play of the game, Zach. I hope you're happy.
That was the old Grab Dragon. I remember that was very meta. Back in early Owlet Season 1, I think.
Yeah,
this damage boost to the Hanzo.
Still is in some places, but now they're going to have 4 ultimate. They didn't need to fight, but Graviton, None they may be able to find the combo with
Delicious, doing them dirty. Came in from behind, though. Good play there by Dean to keep him alive, but here comes the Diva Bomb. Able to get Delicious because the Diva Bomb, the Transcendence does not protect anyone from that. And hey, there he goes. There's ExPandable. They're able to cap the point here. All that's left is Flamia. Can she get out? Looks like she'll be able to just escape. And yeah. ExPandable will at least have point 1, and they'll be continuing on this series.
And the key there is Zyndine staying out of the Shatter and being able to pop the Transcendence and keep his team up, allowed them to keep that fight going and actually kept that point off the back of a few more ultimates. And now they are just going to push up here and try to take some space while Zyndine rides the cart. But we're going to see Ash come here from behind and look at them from this top.
Oh, and here comes Bob. He was looking to do something there. It looks like he is able to just throw in some damage that will contribute to Dope Waffles falling, and Nunceville as well. So good play there by Ashkai there. Able to get into the back, throw Bob in, and get some nice kills. Purple Dragon there, just trying to escape. Oh, gets out of mech, and that can be a big stagger for Boosted, by the way. Let's just kind of let him take up some hard time here too.
Yeah, it's a little rough. They do have to back off. Lokai is still in that high ground, and there's no way they can test that. Graviton comes out, catches the whole team. Dragon's gonna follow.
Yep. Oh, wow. The extra damage from Delicious, able to help Zach finish him off with the dragons there. And wow, they're just pulling up. They're spawn camping them there. Nunceville just stuck in the back. Wasn't able to go anywhere. And up. All right, Delicious here. He's sitting in a hotel. Please, we gotta take a look at him. Okay, so what's gonna happen is everyone's gonna walk forward. Well, it looks like they're not playing into his hands right now, but what he was planning on is they were gonna walk forward and he was gonna shatter him from behind when they all get on cart.
The question is, scout this and realize that they need to take a different position. They're actually gonna rush Lokai here on the high ground. He's down.
Yep, well, Lokai's gonna jump out to safety at least for now, and everyone got dynamited up there, and looks like they're taking a strange pathing here. Nope, actually they're just gonna drop down to point.
Oh no, that's another fake. They're going all the way around back. I like them doing some different things with their pathing here, but it is eating up a lot of their time, and Bob comes in the back of the team.
Bob looking to do something there. Here comes Graviton out. Everyone's stuck in it in the air. Oh, able to get two. Big play there. Memer with the Transcendence. Not going to save those two because, again, the burst damage was real. 60 seconds left as Athena is just Delicious on the cart. Zach falls in the back line there, actually. I'm kind of surprised at that. And here they come now. And Boosters just have to force their way back because they have to wait for their long spawn. Delicious does not have the Shatter. He used it while he was in that Graviton. Dope Waffles does have his Shatter, though. Maybe he can get a big one here and at least help him grab the second point. Here we go now. It's Boosted. They're just kind of waiting for their opportunity. Oh, big pick onto Nunceville. And that's going to kind of force ExPandable back. Dragons comes out, going to force him off the cart temporarily. There's about 15 seconds left. A Shatter comes in, able to get Delicious, but he's nanoed, and almost everything's just being invested into him. Someone's got to touch the cart here. We're approaching 6 seconds, 5. Can someone touch the cart? Someone will be able to touch the cart. Dope Waffles able to charge Delicious out, but it looks like it's just boosted, by the way. That's all that's left. Dope Waffles and Purple Dragon just going to try and contest as long as they can. Graviton thrown in, and that is going to do it. Or that should do it here. It will be boosted, by the way. They'll be looking for the 4-0. They got a cap 0.1, and I'd say about 75% of point.
Yeah, I mean, that's a respectable push from ExPandable Academy. They got that cart most of the way through the second point, and I mean, that's a hard place to actually cap a lot of times if you don't get in there with the defenders still coming back from spawn. That's a pretty significant place to hold. It looks like we are going to take a quick pause here as Delicious has accidentally left the game. But we'll just wait for him, get him back in here, and keep playing, I believe.
Yeah, they're just going to reset. He just needs to reset his Overwatch just real quick. Looks like not two bosses left, but not really going to matter too much. This is the last map here. And, well, ExPandable. They do have it's a very winnable. This is a very winnable map for them here. What do they need to do in order to win this?
So if Lokai continues to play that Ashe, they probably need to play some kind of character that can contest her on that high ground, because right now that's why they're taking these weird paths, is that they have to get up there and flush the members of Boosted, by the way, out of their high grounds, because the GOAT's composition doesn't have any vertical mobility apart from their D.Va, and sending D.Va up there alone is just kind of dangerous, you know, especially if you've got something like Mimre on the Zenyatta up there helping out the Ashe. So I think they need to be able to contest Lokai, and then just, you know, they're making good use of their ultimates. Those are the fights they're winning, are the ones where they get ultimates. It's just building their ultimates has been a little bit slow as they get a little bit just kind of rolled as they enter a lot of these fights.
Yeah, I've been kind of noticing that the ult charge has been kind of on the lower side. Like when they had the first Grab Dragons and Zach was able to get the 5K there, because I think Delicious was robbed one of his final blows. But I think there I saw Zinedine on the Zen. It was only at 60% charge, so we can kind of see that it's kind of killing them here. ExPandable just not being able to get their ult charge up.
Yeah, I think they make a lot of the right decisions when they have those ultimates, but as we're saying, it's just getting them is slow, and that means that they have a lot less to work with and a lot less fights that they're able to win.
Right. ExPandable's pathing here. How would you explain this so far? How would you describe it?
Like I said, they're taking these long routes because with no vertical mobility, they still have to flush out these members that are on the high ground, like Lokai, like we saw Flamia and Mimre setting up on high grounds as well, so that they had those long sight lines. But the problem is that takes a long time, and then especially someone like Lokai on the Ashe, they can hop down, draw ExPandable Academy down, and then just jump right back up to that high ground, and ExPandable Academy's right where Boosted wants them. So the pathing is because of their lack of vertical mobility.
Right, and speaking of that lack of vertical mobility, they're going to be running GOATs here. So again, there's going to be nothing to go against Lokai here. He can just sit back and pretty much play free as long as he's not in range of Purple Dragoon. Will just get a little bit contested, I would say.
Yeah, the trick here with the comp we're seeing from Boosted, by the way, is they need to buy enough time for their DPS players to get a pick. And that can be a very difficult job for a tank. Pressure on to prevent the other team from getting kills, but also without dying yourself. So this is going to be a tall order, and as long as they stay out of those Widow's sightlines, actually Lokai over onto the Ashe and Zac back onto the Hanzo. So same concept. You just need to buy time for your DPS to start making.
Yeah, so here comes Lokai on the Ashe. He's just going in the back for Zadine. Nadine wasn't able to there, and he's getting dove on actually by Purple Dragon. Zadine actually does fall, but in the end it's to Zac, not Lokai. Delicious Shield's just broken immediately there. You can see the damage just being thrown into it. Delicious just barely able to survive off that. Good on a grenade thrown out by Flamia to keep him alive. And oh, there's a big shatter.
Oh my goodness.
That was big, and that could be very much point winning big. Purple Dragon just on the point. It's gonna fall. And see, Dope Waffles there just wasn't able to get the shield up, you know. Just
yeah, and I mean, you saw Delicious break there, and that's exactly what I was talking about with him buying time. Is he's just trying to make so much time time until his DPS make a play. Eventually, he gets his ultimate and decides to take things into his own. Lands a huge shatter, and a sneaky charge on the Dope Waffles is going to end in his death. And now his team's going to have to try to back off and regroup themselves.
Well, the thing is, they're all separated now because they decided to follow Ryan in. And now they're all in the back. Who's on the cart right now? Oh, actually, correct. So they're on defense, but they're all kind of in the back. Here comes Ash. Lokai on the Ash coming in the back. Oh, questionable use of beat there. Be a little confused on that because they're not gonna push in with. Anyway, Lokai here kind of getting fought on here. He's trying to escape out, not able to escape everyone. And so here we go. This fight is gonna go on out. Oh, Graviton's come out here. Oh, each team's Graviton's coming out. Dragon's gonna come out. I think it got eaten actually. Yep, and Shatter comes out, not gonna get anyone. Diva Bomb, his Diva Bomb's been big here, not gonna get anyone there. Oh, it's another huge
Shatter.
Delicious has just been all over in his player. It says best main tank from Owlet, best main tank in Owlet. So, and we're definitely seeing.
Yeah, he's winning these Rhine mind games time and time again, finding those moments when the shield is gonna Dope Waffles and just landing these huge 5- and 6-man shatters that allow his team to completely win these fights without a problem. And that is going to be the 4th map win, 4-0 for Boosted, by the way, here in the first day of Owlet Season 2.
Yep, Boosted, by the way, getting into a good start. You know, it's always good to be 1-0, and it's always good to be dominating games like this one here. And here we go. And there's to grab dragons. Sex double kill right there. Delicious. Oh, Delicious got the mech. I thought you got a final blow.
he put in the effort and just didn't quite get it.
Anyway, Boosted, by the way, final score here is 4-0. ExPandable, what do you think they need to work on here? What can they learn from this match here?
Sure. So I think early on, a lot of main tank positioning issues. Here on this last map, I think Dope Waffles was doing a really good job of playing those corners. So, you know, we're seeing them adapt as the match goes on, and that's always good. At the same time, they need possibly a little bit more just idea of when a composition isn't going to work against what they're playing into. We saw them play that Pharah for such a long time against the Widow, and then playing the Goats against these compositions like the Hanzo and the Ashe that were taking high ground and just staying out of range of them. So I think just a little bit more in-game kind of awareness of what they need to be doing on a macro level is going to help go a long way for them. But you know, a lot of promise from that team. We saw pretty much every team improve by leaps and bounds last season, and I think even by stage 2, these guys are going to be looking like a completely different squad.
All right, and for Busa, by the way, you know, pretty dominating performance. What do you think? What can they take away from this one?
I mean, for a lot of the returning players, this is just getting them back in the groove. For new people, you know, this is a great entrance into the league. But, you know, the key is not to get too comfortable. They had a pretty easy time with this match from the looks of things. But, you know, they got to stay on their toes. They got to keep improving because everyone's going to improve around them. Flamia, though, on that Ashe, just really impressing me. So skilled with such a new hero. Lokai. Excuse me. Lokai on the Ashe. So skilled with such a new hero. Looking really, really good there and showing us where that hero can shine.
Yep. Anyway, final score here is 4-0. Thank you for watching. Don't forget, there's more Owlet action coming. I think there's still a match going on right now. There's one that started at 9:30 over on the main channel on twitch.tv/Owlet Tournament. There's more matches tomorrow. You can check the match announcements in the Owlet Discord. And yeah, anything you want to shout out real quick here before we take off?
I don't think so. I'm pretty good. Just a quick shout out to our producer here, Noah, doing a great job letting you guys see the action, and also lobby organizer Yomega for just putting everything together, keeping these teams in line, and making sure we play the right maps on the right settings.
Yeah, everything was pretty clean here for to start out. The pause that we had came in between rounds. It didn't come in like just kind of out of the blue. Everything was clean, cleanly ran here, I would say. So,
yep. Pristine Owlet production. That's what we love to see.
Yep. Again, final score here is 4-0. Thank you for watching. Don't forget, there's more matches coming your way here on Twitch, on twitch.tv/Noah0123, and more matches on the Owlet Tournament Twitch. So thank you for watching. Have a good night, everyone. We'll see you next match.